Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Out of Office podcast. On this show, we have conversations with industry led experts in the field of digital businesses. If you're just starting out or you want to scale your businesses, these conversations are going to help you greatly. Out of Office, which is powered by Syncupp, aims to build the largest community for digital business owners. So if you want to be a part of it, click on the first link in the description. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Hi everyone, my name is Nikhil Ehlawat and welcome to the Out of Office podcast powered by Syncupp. Today we have with us a very special guest, Rohit Virkud. Rohit is the founder of Content Riz. He is a designer and an overall nice guy. A fun fact about Rohit, as Rohit mentions, he says that he leads a pretty boring life and he doesn't do anything fun. But I don't think that's true, and we're going to later, unfold more things about Rohit. So stay tuned. Also, one more fun fact that Rohit mentioned is that he buys a lot of dumb stuff. He makes purchases which he thinks is dumb. So Rohit, can you tell me one recent purchase according to you which you think can be called dumb?
I think the Rolex. I recently bought a Rolex for no
Rolex
reason.
is
It's
Rolex
just
is not dumb, Rohit.
it's not dumb. But if you see the situation that I'm in, I
Okay.
should not do this, right? I should not purchase this sort of a stuff for
I
no
mean,
reason. So it's like I do it.
but it's a good purchase. It's not dumb at all. It's an expensive one maybe, but it's a
Yeah.
smart purchase. Because people are investing a lot into watches as well right now. So I think it's a smart investment.
I never thought of this as sort of an investment or something like that.
Okay.
The way my mind works is if I don't do anything,
Yeah.
because I don't do anything in the life, like I just work on Sunday or Saturday. I go to the clubs, and that's the whole life and whole routine is. So if
Or
I don't purchase anything, which is just don't spend anything, that's
yeah.
mind gets I need something to work.
True. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So Rohit, I think we can dive straight into it. My first
yeah.
question to you would be that tell me what space you are in currently and how did it all start?
Yeah, I'm in the mainly about the content and brand building space right now. My agency handles the whole content thing, so we like clients can delegate the whole content system there.
Hmm.
And me personally, I teach people about the branding and stuff like that.
All right.
So we have this journey.
Hmm.
Like founder can come to us and
Yes.
he gets learnings plus he can get the team of dedicated people who can
All
do
right.
everything. And it all started with the it started as like really differently, like a web designer. I started as a web designer, just the way people started,
Yeah.
something that I've learned,
Hmm.
started selling it online. Then I've
Uh,
realized that web design is not a retainer sort of a business, like, because if you like once you do the website,
hmm.
then done, client is done. And the
Yeah.
next time, either you have to do the SEO each month to get paid, or you have to do something else. So it's
Yeah.
like a fluctuation in the income. So I've decided to do like content, because content is like everyday stuff.
Hmm.
If I get one client, it's usually like 3 or 4 months we're together. Some are like 1 years together. It's like
Yeah.
it's the retainer stuff. It's money there, and
Yes.
it's predictable. You can say I have 4 clients, let's see, or 10 clients. I
Hmm.
can predict that I have 10 clients. They will retain 2 3 might drop, and then I can get the 2 3, and that's so I like that sort of a model. That's why I decided to do the content,
All
and
right.
I was doing the designs and design, and I've learned the writing. So
Hmm.
that's the combination of like a weird combination of design and writing to do both. And then I've
Okay.
had team. Yeah.
All right. All right. Great. So, Rohit, tell me a little bit more about, how you started. When did you start exactly? You mentioned that, you were a CS student. So what was that
Yeah.
like? And how did freelancing come into your mind? And what was the mindset behind it?
Uh, Before, like when I graduated, I told my mom that I don't know anything about this coding stuff.
Hmm.
And if I wanted to get a job, I
Yeah.
actually need to learn this coding, because
Yeah.
I think I've my college was not a damn diya nahi, I'd say that's the reason I just So I've said that I need a 1 year gap.
Hmm.
Like I'm going to take the 1 year gap. I'm going to learn these things. So he told me
Okay.
I'm not going to like give you any sort of a money. You have to learn it by yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy you a laptop and that sort of stuff. So मेरा
Yeah.
दोस्त था उसके पास he has that laptop, a little bit like HP new laptop.
Hmm.
So we decided to learn by ourselves. And
Okay.
in the year or so, I've created 3 games, which is a pretty practical stuff. Like people
Okay.
can use those games and stuff. And I uploaded in the Play Store. I thought that I'll be a millionaire because I've created the
Yeah.
games. That was like first thing, right?
Yes.
So proud of that stuff, and no one actually purchased it. No one actually like played it. Just my friends, few of my friends, and few of my community. And then I realized that
All right.
marketing the product is really more important. I
Okay.
cannot make this money. And then my mom told me, like, in the throughout the whole year, you made $100 only with this whatever that you're doing. You
Yeah.
should jump to the masters.
Yes.
And then I just jumped to the masters, and that time I started like selling websites. And
Okay.
first project got like by a coincidence, and
Hmm.
then I've started doing it, promoting that stuff,
Okay.
website stuff, and then
All right.
I've got one client. Yeah.
Yes, Rohit. So I was mentioning that since you have made those games, are they still live on Play Store? Like, can we still access them, play them?
It's I think so. It's not now on Play Store. My account
Okay.
got out, but you'll find that I'll share the link. There are like
We'll put it
replications.
in. We'll put it in the description so that
Yeah,
people can check it out. All right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what about like your masters? Then, did you like finish it, or like did you pursue your studies further, or did you think that it was irrelevant to the kind of stuff that you were pursuing apart from studies?
No. On the first year, I was making one of the smartest kid in the college was my
Okay.
friend, and
Okay.
he is my friend, still is my friend, and
Okay.
he got a job of 5 lakh or something. He's like
All right.
one year older than me, or something like that, and he got like
Hmm.
5 lakh job. And I was
Okay.
like, I knew that I'm not smarter than him. If
Yeah.
he's getting like 5 lakh some offer, which is
Hmm.
that time was good. Okay, I
Yeah.
cannot do that. I
Hmm.
so I like 3 lakh or something. I'll
Yeah.
first my initial package will be, and
Hmm.
that much money I was making when I was on the first year, so I've decided to drop out because I was already making money and I have to spend one more year to do the
Yeah.
same exact thing and 3 or 4 lakh, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'm still making
Yes.
the money, so I've dropped out.
All right. Okay, okay. All right. So, like, yeah, my next question to you, Rohit, would be that since a lot of people are getting into, freelancing and this agency business, and a lot of them are like very young, people. They are like still 19, they're 20, 21 maximum. And a lot of them like struggle to, maintain that balance with their work and studies. So, what is your opinion on like people who, wish to drop out? Do you think they should? And if they should, when exactly should they do it? Like on the whole, like since you managed it, I think you were like already doing work, you were earning, and I think, but some people still take like uninformed decisions where their risks are not calculated. So like for people like who are doing this, who are like young people in like the freelancing and agency business, what is your opinion on this whole dropping out culture?
Yeah, I think if you know what you're doing with your, like, if you are doing, let's say, mechanical engineering, you know what you're
Yeah.
doing and you want to do the career, you want to do that thing, then definitely don't drop out. Just use freelancing as an extra source of income. But
Yeah.
I was the guy who, like, ऐसा था कि my mom is like factory worker, right? She don't know anything about कहाँ क्या करना है, कौन से subjects लेने हैं, सब like literally like मैं science को admission लेने के लिए गया था. Someone told
Hmm.
me like science scope है stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
went there and I was filling the form and he's asking me like what subjects you want because there are like different sort of subjects. So for medical, for engineering, what you want to do. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was thinking what I want to do. I don't know. I don't know those subjects. So I just given like the smartest answer. Like I will figure these things out later. Right
Yeah.
now I'm not like I don't know anything. And then they given
Hmm.
me the whole batch like PCMB everything.
Yeah.
And that was my background. And so
Yes.
I didn't know anything. I was just
Hmm.
doing like just shooting arrows in the in the blank
Computer.
space. Yeah,
Yes.
for
All
no
right.
reason, and I
Yeah.
was making money. So I think that if you figured out that if you figure out, and it's hard to convince your parents though. No
Yeah.
matter like Indian parents are like really crazy. You cannot convince them
About
as
education.
easily. I
Yeah.
cannot convince them. So
Yes.
yeah, you have to show them that you are investing a lot of time and efforts
Yeah.
in whatever that you're doing. First of all,
Yeah.
and you're spending like 10 hours in a day doing something, so they can see you're doing something about it. And then you can show them that I'm making money. Show them the results. So once you show them the results, then it's sort of easy for you to drop out. I think if you are not
Absolutely.
making money, then you should not drop out.
Yeah,
Right now,
sure.
that time that was the 5 lakh. Now it's like 10 lakh. So it's you have to make that level of money that can replace your placements or whatever it is.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's just that I think people should be a little more calculative about their decisions. Sometimes they are just like I'm like investing a lot of money, but I'm investing a lot of time, but there's no money coming in. Then you can't really think about dropping out because
Yeah,
you got to make ends meet, and no matter what you say, like education to some extent is relevant in a few jobs and spaces, and that is why I think parents have that concern about children finishing their education. So it's just that take a decision, but let it be informed and calculative. It's
yeah, right.
so okay. So Rohit, do you remember like your first client experience and how did you find them and through which platform exactly, or like was it through referrals or network? Like what was it?
It's a strange story. Like the place I live, I'm a little bit famous in that area. Uh,
Okay.
so one of the founders who lives there, he asked me that, Rohit, I need someone who can design my website, and he has
Hmm.
like old age house, so you want a
Okay.
website for that.
Hmm.
And I told him, okay, I'll find someone. And then I
Hmm.
went to my friend. I told him like, I'll manage the deal. I'll close him for, let's see, whatever it is, 5,000
Hmm.
rupees. That was my first project for the website. And
Okay.
we'll figure these things out. Like we know how to create a website. We already know we are like doing that same thing in the college.
Hmm.
So we can create a website. It's not that hard. And
Yeah.
then I've taken the like half money and figured these things out like domain hosting and all that thing. That was my first
Hmm.
project. So 5,000 rupees
Okay.
first project, first website. And then I've
Fine.
started posting on the LinkedIn, just the
Hmm.
fancy, animated stuff. Because inside that project, I've realized that people don't want the back end thing. Because if you ask any computer science student, they mainly what colleges teach us is mainly about the backend, like coding, and
Yes.
it's mainly around the languages and backend stuff, data structures and all that thing. It's not about the
Hmm.
front end. But if you
Yes.
sell the websites to the clients, they don't want backend. They don't care what language, whatever that you use. They care about
Correct.
their experience. They care about how the website looks, feels, and whatever. Those
The
things are
end result.
really important. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized that I have to create like fancy animations on the reels or on the like on the videos. I used to do the videos on the Instagram, and then
Okay.
a modeling agency reached out to me, and that's how I got started.
Okay, okay. So, like, what would be your advice to like people who are just starting out, like in the freelancing space? What platform do you think is the best right now to like get your first clients and like just build that experience?
It depends what platform you enjoy because it will going to be a like a longer journey. You have to produce content for a longer period of time. But
Okay,
yeah, I think Instagram is good for the designers, video editors.
okay,
LinkedIn is good for the copywriters. Now it's sort of a designers. LinkedIn is, I think, more preferable if you are like it's
okay.
easy to build a brand on LinkedIn. To be honest,
On LinkedIn currently,
yeah,
yes, absolutely. All right. So,
because
you think like the best way to get clients is like by creating content in the space that you're in, like according to you?
I think best way to produce because there is like two things. One is audience building, and there are like bunch of people with a bunch of followers, bunch of engagement, but they are in the that freelancer zone. Everyone is freelancer around them. Everyone is engaging with them as a freelancer. They don't get
Hmm.
sort of leads, real
Yeah,
leads. And there is
yeah,
some people who don't have much amount of followers, but they are crushing. Like they are selling bunch of big deals. So the
true.
thing here is like audience building is a totally different thing, and though we need followers and stuff like that, I
Yes.
think you should focus on building connections or getting close to the clients as much as possible.
Hmm.
That was my
Yes.
suggestion. Like you have to find a way to anyway, like you can do some free work for someone just to put your name out in the right people.
Yeah.
I will suggest people to find clients internationally. Don't focus on mainly around the Indian people because there are some startups definitely they pay more, they have funded and stuff like that, but not
Hmm.
many of them can afford. They cannot pay you that much amount of money. It's
Yeah.
easily
Yeah.
you can put it that way. So yeah, you have to find these international people who are doing these things, and you have to get in the connection with them somehow, build relationship, do something for free for them, and it's
Yeah.
about building relationship. It's not about producing content at the initial stage. In the initial
Yeah.
stage, it's mainly about reaching out to them, connecting with them, building relationships, finding ways to help them with your skills.
Yes. Okay. So, what was the idea behind your agency, like Content Race, that you started? Like, what was the mindset and idea behind starting that agency?
Yeah, we are doing this thing for a while now, and I was listening to podcast. There is one guy, there's a Design Joy, if you know that guy,
Okay.
founder of a
Not,
Design Joy. Yeah, so he
not,
he he has this model of subscription based business. He coined that model. Not
okay.
sure he coined or not, but he's like made that famous. So
Okay.
I was listening to him and I was like, no, whatever he's saying, I'm doing the exact same thing. I have a team. He don't have a team. I have a team. I'm doing the exact
Yes.
same thing. I call it retainer. He call it subscription based. That's the thing. I just call it retainer. And I'm doing the
Yeah.
exact same, exact ditto, exact model. And then, and this is the first reason that I've started like thinking about. He has a website. I have to do the website. I have to create the website to
Yeah.
look professional and stuff like that. And second thing is, my teammates are like young, like
Yeah.
17, 18, pretty young people, talented people, and they are
Yes.
from different areas. We don't have an office. We don't have anything. We're just like working on remote. Someone's from Pakistan,
Yeah.
someone's from Bangladesh. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, sort of a stuff.
All right.
And they have this thing like, I'm making money, but
Mm.
what I'm gonna tell to my mom, like where I work,
Yeah.
we don't have a
Yes.
name. We need something, and that's the
Yeah.
reason. That's the two things happen at the same time. I was like, one day I was talking with the team. We
Mm.
have one day to do these things because we don't have to. We cannot like spend a bunch of time on it. We have one day. We're gonna do everything in the one day. We're gonna create the website, design, develop everything in just one day. If we're going to do this tomorrow,
Yeah.
and that's how we figured out content is the content because we are doing the content. It's a subscription
Mm.
based model, and
Yeah.
Riz is the word that was popping in the Gen Z world. Riz, Riz, Riz. So I was like content Riz, and I bought the domain and did it. The one day is like website is live.
Yes. All right. Okay. So, like, currently in your agency, whom are you actually helping? Like, do you have a specific like target audience?
Yes, yes. We mainly help the creators in the agency, creators and founders who are trying to produce content at scale. Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, if because the main problem with the any creator or any founder, if they are producing content at a scale, they need to hire three, four people, a video editor, then this one, a bunch of freelancers. My agency
Mm.
comes in and like just one person usually have to talk with me. We have like proper system. We work in speed,
Yeah.
so we can deliver the more things in less time. And
All
it's
right.
sort of an affordable thing because it's subscription based. You have to just pay
Yeah.
once and you get unlimited things. You just have to put in the
Okay.
requesting, and that's all.
All right. So basically, like you're working with founders, you're helping them, develop a personal brand through the help of video services like copywriting and all of that. So like
Yeah.
when you're onboarding a client, Rohit, um, what all do you like want to know about the person whom you're onboarding? Like, is there a process that you've set in place because you need to know the person in order to create content for him? So
Yeah.
what are like the specific areas that you want to know most about that person?
So there are two things. First is qualifying the client, and next thing is we do like deep strategization, one-on-one understanding everything,
Yeah.
like about the
Yes.
person, what are the beliefs, and like really depth, like story, what they did in the life, and to
Yeah.
pull content from it. And
Yes.
to qualify, I just see that the person is like there are two sort of a founders. There are one sort of founder they want to delegate everything. There is a one sort
Yes.
of a founder, and they think that marketing agency. If I have the marketing agency, they can build my brand. I
Hmm.
don't believe that. I think no marketing agency can build your brand. You have to do it by yourself. You have to invest some amount of time in that brand because it's you, right? It's
Yeah.
mainly around you. It's turning around you. You have to do something about it.
Yes.
So I find people who are self-motivated, who are ready to invest some amount of their time in their day,
Yes.
and they know the importance of the content because many people think that it's a waste of time, but they should
Yeah.
know a little bit like importance of the content, why we're doing this, because it's a long term. It's not like a short term, like you're starting producing content, you're going to get clients in 1 or 2 days. It's not going to happen. You have to take time.
Yes.
So
Extreme.
yeah, these things are that I look in the founder. I always ask them question like what are your goals, what
Hmm.
is your vision, what you are trying to do, why you want to build a brand. It's if the answer is just I want to grow the business, then most
Yeah.
probably the client is not for me. If the
Okay.
answer is something else with the business, then most
Hmm.
probably the client is for me because that is something that I'm looking for because I want someone who is not doing something for just money. There is
Yeah.
something on top of it. Like I'm
Hmm.
doing this for the money, but I have this goal because I'm coming from this background. I want to teach these people. I want to inspire these people. That was my, there is some story behind it. I want to do
Yeah.
this. I'm passionate about it. So I like this sort of people. I want to work with this kind of people.
Okay. All right. So like this, these services that you're providing, are they currently only on LinkedIn?
Yes, we what we did basically is we are doing it broader. Before that, it was like a whole broad thing. Then we condense down to the LinkedIn now. But the video service that we provide, which they can use on the different platforms as well. But mainly we're focusing on LinkedIn because we have the huge client base on the LinkedIn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Also, like, okay, let's say like the client is onboarded. Okay, Rohit.
Hmm.
So then you would be like, formulating a strategy like for this founder that you're working with. So this strategy that you create, like, walk me through it. Like, what exactly are you, including in it, and like across what period of time do you actually formulate a strategy? Because, like you said, like when you're like working with content, you can't get like results in a day or even a week.
Right.
So when you're like curating a strategy for a founder, what does that look like, and across like what period do you usually like create it?
Uh, we hold a one strategy session. So there are two scenarios, right? There is a one scenario where founder comes to me and I explain them that you're pretty new, you don't know anything about the content, and you have to learn it. You have to learn
Yeah,
about the platform, you have to learn about the content, because if you're not doing the engagement,
yeah,
it's fall apart. It's like you have to do some sort of a thing. It's your
okay,
brand. No.
yeah,
You have to come up with the stories. You have to come up with things. You have to learn
yeah,
these things because I
yeah,
cannot do everything. So that's
yeah,
where I coach people,
mm,
explain them, give them the systems, and if after that, if they want to work with us, because then
mm,
we have, like, inside that system, it teaches everything, like
mm,
what sort of a content working on LinkedIn, what sort of
yeah,
a content that you should provide, and
mm,
how you can produce the content, how you can produce content at scale, how we do it, and also
yeah,
we give them the AI systems, which
mm,
is proper replica of what they are doing. It's
yeah,
proper, like, whatever he can write, the AI can write exact same thing. We just do the strategization, pull out the information, and give it to the AI, and we build the AI for them. So
yes,
we do these systems, create those systems, and after that, if he wants to delegate the stuff to the
yeah,
other team, then
yes,
it goes to the the team. If
okay,
otherwise, it doesn't go to the team. That was right now the system. Before that, there was just the, like, I was just going talking with the client. I have a
mm,
series of questions. I'm going to ask them, like, what is the story? What is the
yeah,
change that happened in your life that
yeah,
made the transition? Some different things. How many, like, full family stuff, if they are comfortable with sharing those sort of stuff. So I understand and listen to more of the things, what
mm,
kind of a person he is, and what sort of a
yeah,
brand he wants to build it. Like, if you see my brand, I'm a little bit raw, bold, or that sort of a person. I don't
yes,
hesitate to say those fucking all the sort of stuff in my content. I'm happy with that, and I like that. Some
correct,
people don't like it. Some people want,
yeah,
like, friendly language or stuff like that. So I understand these things in the strategy session, what they
yes.
want and what are the stories behind it, and that's how we then curate the content.
All right. And this strategy, like it is for like how many months in, do you keep when you're creating a strategy? It is across like how many months? Because I'm pretty sure it is across months and not weeks.
Yeah,
So what is the time period like?
yeah, we usually do like a weekly calls with the client, and we see the
Okay.
KPIs, like, what is working, what is not working. This post work, this that post doesn't working. So why that worked? Why you think that work as a founder? Like, and then we
Hmm.
do these calls every week, and that's how we figured out, how we can modify. So strategy is modified throughout every week. We don't set
Hmm.
up the strategy for like the months. We do it
For a month.
every week. Yeah, every week we do some changes, some minor
Trial and error.
changes. Yes,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
this basic thing is the same. Like, we are doing story post on this thing, trust post on these days, or sales post on these days, depend on our
Yeah.
goal, and we have the structure ready. But then sometimes you understand that on the Monday, if you do the sales post, you get the more sales because on Monday there are people active and stuff like that. You understand
Yes.
that with the audience. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. All right. And like, when you're on LinkedIn, Rohit, like a lot of people have been talking about, how the algorithm is like always shifting. Now, the algorithm shifting is inevitable across all platforms, like be it
Yeah.
Instagram, be it LinkedIn. So like if when you're dealing with a client, I'm pretty sure like even in your content, you would be dealing with, algorithm changes. So how do you deal with that?
There are two things. One thing is about having your own army of people who you engage
Yeah.
with, they engage back with you. That gives you the initial boost. So if you have that
Correct.
sort of an army, that's really valuable. You have to
Yes.
engage with them daily for that. So that was time
Mm.
consuming task. And second
True.
thing is, I think if you have a story which people resonate with, and if you have some substance behind the brand, then people
Yeah.
connect with you anyways. Like, no matter the platform, no matter the things, people are invested in you. They like
True.
the way you operate, or they want to be like your sort of stuff. They connect with your story in some form. So I think
Correct.
telling that story and connecting people with your story is really important. There are like two things. There is a building an audience, as I always said, building an audience where you
Mhm.
actually tell the story, help them, and build that tribe of similar sort of a people. It's like your
Correct.
founder, they are founders. Like it's all founders. Sort of. I'm a
Correct.
freelancer. Every freelancer is like in my community. And then there
Correct.
is a lead generation. There are like really less people, 10% of people who are watching your content. They don't never engage. They don't care about your content. They just see some sort of a post, they like it, and they reach out to you like, I want to do the same thing. How you do it?
Correct.
And that's how the conversation gets started. So I think having that in mind is really important, because if you just think about the lead generation, it's just producing content around that. No matter what sort of a content that you produce, you cannot build your brand because people don't know who you are.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Also, like, so that people can understand, what you do in your agency better. Like, could you, like, if that's like possible, could you share like a client success story, any like a story of where this person was and where did they reach, and across like how many months again?
Yeah. So there was a client, his name is Eddie. So he's a financial advisor. He has a team and everything. He wanted a system to produce content. He was creating content by himself. Pretty
Okay.
like passionate guy who wanted to produce content by himself, trying things, hired few
Yeah.
people, hired copywriters and stuff. But he's
Hmm.
not getting any amount of engagement, reach, clients, whatever. And he has in like, he wanted to build a brand around really specific people, like really focused niche. He don't want to go and engage with other creators. He don't want to do that stuff. So
Yeah.
he was thinking about that, and he was producing content for like, let's say it takes him or his
Hmm.
team to produce something for 3 hours or something like that. Every day,
Okay.
3 hours they are spending on thinking, strategizing, and all that stuff. So 3 hours is like too much amount of time they're
Yes.
doing and spending on designing and creating those things
Yeah.
by DIY stuff.
Yes.
With us, we have given him an AI system where he just
Okay.
click on one click, two click, done.
Hmm.
He has content ready by himself
Yes.
if he wants to produce it. Then he
Yes.
has a system where the design system, a whole set of templates with his branding. You just have to go
Hmm.
inside the Canva, click on the things, change the text, boom, it's ready. It's like
All right.
50 or 20 minutes of the work if you want
Hmm.
to do. You're producing content with the AI, which is
Yeah.
pretty like it's not that generic. It's pretty unique in its
Yes.
way, because we
Yes.
have given the AI instructions we have built that AI, to be honest. So
Yes.
with the ChatGPT and stuff.
Oh.
And
All
then
right.
the second thing is the design system is built in a way that it's super easy for anyone to use. If he wants to create content in the while he's traveling, he just go there, just click on this thing, one post here, and put it inside that Canva template, and ready. It's like 50 to 20 minutes of work every day to produce the
All
content,
right.
and 50 to 20 minutes to engage with the people, and that's all. And we set up the system for the sales funnel as well,
Yeah.
but that was a little bit hard to understand, like tell you like what sort of a thing that we did
All
for
right.
it.
All right.
But yeah,
Got it.
right now he's at his stage that he don't need anyone to produce his content. He's producing content by himself, like
Okay.
alone. He don't need the team. He don't need anything. He's just like doing it by himself. Just it takes him like half an hour, and he's enjoying it.
All
That's the
right.
main goal of
Become
these
easy.
things.
Content
Yeah,
creation has become easy rather than a burden.
yeah.
All right. Okay. 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 Also, do you have like a co-founder to your agency right now?
No,
Not a co-founder, so
no.
just team members.
Yes, just team members.
Just team members. All right. So, Rohit, a lot of people like when they're starting out with their agency, I think one thing that they struggle with a lot is finding the right team. and because sometimes your ideals don't match, sometimes your work ethics don't match, sometimes your just larger picture it doesn't match. So
Right.
like when you were like formulating your team, uh, what is that process like? How did you know like this person is fit to be a part of my agency?
Uh, I usually I usually hire people. The way I hire people is totally different than the people, like,
Okay.
I don't hire people on the base of the skills. I hire people on the base of the values. If they are like me and,
Yes.
we just match in some way, then we just
Yep.
work together. And because I think I can like give them the skills, give them the
Yep.
systems, but some things we cannot change in the human being. I want,
Non-negotiable.
yeah, I want people like me. I want the
Yep.
hardworking people. I want people who are like spending so much time. They're like quick, they're
Yeah.
fast, they are ready to learn. It's not
Mm.
so those sort of people. So I look for these people, and hiring process is pretty easy in my case because I'm teaching sometimes about the freelancing, and there are a bunch of freelancers follow me, and
Yep.
uh, and they ask me the questions, like, always they're like, always there's back and forth going on in the freelance community, and then I can see their work, like if this person is doing really well, he's not getting any clients and he's struggling with this stuff. And so I have like a large amount of people in my community. They are freelancers and they are connected with me personal on a personal level, like on the
Yes.
phone number. So I know
Correct.
these people, and then I can pick and choose the people that I want.
All right. So this team that you've built,
Mhm.
have you found all of them like through LinkedIn?
No, some people I used to have on, like, I started with the Instagram and then my Instagram
Okay.
account got hacked. But I've started with
Okay.
the Instagram, and I
Hmm.
used to do like weekly, just, and some sort of an presentation, even a workshop, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
And inside that, there are like freelancers want to join, and I'm just sharing about my what I'm doing, how I got clients, and whatever the process of client case study or stuff like that. And during
Okay.
that period, there are a bunch of people who actually, booked a call with me, and that's how I hired
Hmm.
people. And I don't like to hire a bunch of people. I don't have that. I don't want to build an agency where there are a bunch of people in office and complicated stuff. I want
Yep.
five, six people, special forces. One
Yeah.
is like good for everything, and we create
Yeah.
systems to make it fast and to
Yeah.
make it work for everyone. So I just
Correct.
have five
Correct.
people. Yeah, that's all I have. We don't have like a bigger.
Five.
Yes, just five people.
Okay. And are there like any softwares or tools that you're making use of like to help you in this agency model or to like manage your clients or manage your work, manage your team? Any tools that you're making use of?
Right now, right now I am using bunch of tools, to be honest.
Okay.
But if you are starting out, you don't need to use any sort of a tool. You need basic some sort of stuff. If you're a designer, you need one tool like a Figma. That's all
Yeah.
you need, because Figma is web based. You can send the link with the client, like just web based
Hmm.
link. You can check, comment, done. Super easy. And
Yep.
you just need a communication channel. You can use WhatsApp at start, then you can use Slack if you want to. Now, if
Yes.
you ask me, I have a subscription of almost everything, like ChatGPT subscription, Calendar subscription, Webflow, bunch of
Okay.
subscriptions, like,
All right.
but
Okay.
right now I don't have that much time, right? I want to live a like easy life. So that's why I
True.
have like so much subscriptions right now, but you don't need it. I also don't need it. I just
Yeah.
I just don't have that amount of time right now. That's the reason I
Yeah.
use it to make it like a little bit easy, like,
All right. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Also, Rohit, tell me about the role of LinkedIn in your journey. What is your opinion about LinkedIn in general?
LinkedIn is good. They just ban me all the time for my language inside
Yeah.
my content. Yeah, so that was the only problem that I have with the LinkedIn. If they don't
All
ban
right.
me for my language,
Yeah.
everything else, LinkedIn is really great. If you start producing content and if you have the skill, if you showcase, very well manner, in 3 or 4 months you'll ended up with 10 clients and just building your agency by yourself.
Yes.
I
And
was,
like,
yeah,
yes. Go on.
the few months ago, my
Hmm.
account got hacked, and
Okay.
I was telling my team, like, my account got hacked, and everybody's like freaked out. What the fuck? Like,
Okay.
how we're gonna get the clients now? And this happened, and
Yes.
before that, I didn't even have that communication channel. What I used to do is inside the LinkedIn chats, you can actually pick and choose the client and put it in the other section, and the other section is filled with the clients, and normal section is filled with the normal people. And that's how I used to use it. Right? There is
Okay.
no communication channel in between. There is no
Okay.
emails and nothing. It's just to send
All
the
right.
task there. I was doing it. That was the thing, and everyone
Uh-huh.
just freaked out.
All
Uh,
right.
from that day, I've realized I was not like I knew that I can figure these things out, and even though we don't have the LinkedIn, we were still going to figure things out. But that time I've told everyone that you have to produce content, and now I force them like you have to produce content daily. I don't
Yeah.
care like what you're doing in your life, how many projects that you handle. You are going to
Yeah.
produce content, and I really force them like you have to do it. There
Okay.
is no other way. You have to do it. And
Yeah,
now
I mean
everyone's like, yeah,
your agency is built like, on content. So I think like having your
yeah.
team members also practice that would just help them in their journey as well.
Yes, and if my account goes down, there is someone's account who is doing really well. So we have
Exactly.
this connection. I can get back. So I can
True,
jump
true.
back in the way they are like everyone is producing content. That helps, and that also helps them as well. That they're building their brand.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So Rohit, you have like a following of 24,000 plus people on your LinkedIn. Tell me, when did you start? And like if a person wants to like, grow their following on LinkedIn, what are three things that they should focus on?
I started 1 year ago on LinkedIn. Before that, I was on the different platform. I was doing the same thing, but not platform based, like specific
Okay.
platform based. Uh,
Okay.
So on the LinkedIn, if you want to grow, you have to learn how you can produce better content. That's the one most important thing. Then you have to learn how to present your stories in a way that forms an opinion in others' mind about you. So specific opinion about you. Like they
Okay.
can relate with some things. You have to stick with something. Like I believe in some stuff and I say it. That's what I believe. I don't believe in work-life balance. That's what I believe, right? Many people agree, many people don't agree. That's totally fine, but that's what I believe in. I stick for few things, and I'm not scared to say those things out loud.
Yeah.
So I think having that brand is really important. That you stick with few things that you think is right, and third thing, first thing is content. Second thing is your opinions. That really matters. Like that makes your
Yes.
brand. And third thing is having a army of the people who are engaging with you and having that community in the mind. So these three things only you need, and you have to produce content on as much as you can. That's also important.
All right. Okay. So first question, like after like what you said, is people are like confused about the frequency of content that they should be posting on LinkedIn. So what is your opinion on that? What should be the frequency if you're like trying to grow a following?
I have beef with bunch of people on the internet. Like they are college students and they don't have time. That's their thing. But you don't understand this thing. Like you're a college student, you don't have time, as you're saying right now. Once you pass that college life, once you do something else, there are a bunch of things that comes in your life, and then you really don't have time. Inside the college,
Right.
you have time. You're just saying you don't have time. You have time. This is like
Yeah.
excuses.
You
That's
have
all
time
it
to
is.
scroll reels, so you have time to make content.
Yeah,
That's
that
yeah.
was excuses, first of all. And second of all,
Yeah.
about the content frequency, when I started, I used to do uh, three posts a day, every fucking day, just to get noticed with the people. So
Okay.
three posts a day, every day. I used to, and I still used to manage my agency work and do. It's a doable task. It's not that hard that people think it's so super hard. If you create a system, if you actually think. So I think. You should produce content at least 4 or 5 days at least, right? You can do it. It's not that
Yep.
hard. You're
Yep.
not
Yep.
producing a big. If you read my calculus is like 25 pages or something like that. I used to do
Yep.
it every day for months, like every day, just 25 pages, new topic, 25 pages, new way topic, designing, writing, everything. So I
Yeah.
think if you create a system for yourself, do what works best for you. Obviously, not don't listen to me if I'm just saying. But
Okay.
I think that you should produce content at least 5 times a day, 5 times a week.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. There's just a bunch of questions that are coming in my mind, but I'll go ahead with. Okay, so I notice your content, Rohit. The ideas that you write on or make your carousels, they're very unique. Another thing like that even I myself face is like coming up with content idea, content inspiration. So like you mentioned that you have put a system in place. So can you walk us through your like system and like content ideation process when you're creating content on LinkedIn? Because I think a lot of people, first of all, have problem with first of all getting content ideas because that's where you start, and like then setting up a process like to execute it. So what is your content creation process like? How does it start? How do you execute? And then yeah, just a
I
little
think
more.
the reason my content is a little bit different because I consume a lot of content and it's not
Okay.
related to marketing agencies and marketing in general. I consume a lot of content outside the marketing, something different. And now I've trained my brain. If I even
Yeah.
listen to the rap song and if one line hits me, I just write that line down, and then that line maybe I'm going to use somewhere. So this
Okay.
concept, I think Alex Hermosi said this thing. He do the exact same thing that I was doing, and he's creating content like really large scale. So
Yeah.
his concept is like it's called brain dumping. Whenever you listen to something, or we are having a conversation, right? And
Yeah.
I have understood that some questions that you ask, that might I can turn that into the content, because many people have the same sort of a problem.
Right.
So if you always pay attention to the thing, there's content everywhere. It's
There
everywhere. You
is.
just have to write it down. If you don't write it down at the moment when you get in the head, like if you just got the idea and you don't write it down, or just don't note it, then you lost.
Yeah.
Then you lost it,
Right.
and then you cannot come back to that
It's
idea.
gone.
So yeah, you have to train yourself to, whenever something comes in your mind, you have to write it down. You write it,
Yeah.
and when you have this list of ideas, then you can pick and choose one idea and go depth inside that, and how I can explain these things,
Yeah.
and that sort of stuff. Because whenever you listen to some podcast, listen to some rap, or listen to anything that you like, some things that hit you for some reason, like there is something that, if you listen to the rap song, let's say there's some line that hits you differently, and then
Yeah.
you write it down, and when you actually wanted to produce content on that, you just see that why it hits you, like there is some story behind it, because I am this and that's the reason it hits me, and then you produce
Yes.
content around that. So I think consume a lot of content, and
Yeah.
eventually you will figure these things out. Same with the
Got it.
Instagram. If you just scroll through the Instagram without watching
Yeah.
the girls, if you find few topics are which are really great, just save those
Yeah.
reels and then come back to those reels, saved models, like saved
All
things, and they can choose those things.
all right. All right. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think consumption of content and, just not the same kind of content, like diversified content is like very
Yes.
important to have like a different perspective because once you like start creating like once you start consuming the same content, you will produce also, the same. That is what is, I think, happening a lot on LinkedIn. People are just reading each other's posts.
Yes, I
And
do the
because
same.
of that, they are just so saturated and like there are only a few like content topics that come up. So I think that is why you need to like seek the right sources also for your content consumption. I think that is very important. Any tools or AI like tools, like do you make use of Chat GPT and stuff also like for your content?
Yes, I do use ChatGPT a lot nowadays,
Okay.
a lot. So
Okay.
we have created a system now that we have created our own ChatGPT, which you can do
Okay.
by yourself. If you have the paid version, you can create your own ChatGPT. You give them the instructions, you give them the
Okay.
formulas, you give them your own post, feed that data, what sort of
Prompts.
a
Yeah.
content, yeah, what sort of a content that you're producing in the past and what you want, and then it eventually comes up with the content ideas plus content
Yeah.
and bunch of things. So it helps a lot if you want to
Okay.
use the AI. But I will suggest that, because many people don't have that right now, they don't want to invest in the chat gpt, and the normal chat gpt is good, but it's not that good, right? You cannot,
Yeah.
yeah, you cannot build the custom AI there or stuff like
Correct.
that.
Correct.
It's
It's a little generic. It's a little generic,
generic,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
It gives
Okay.
you those elevate or sort of empowering, those sort of words.
Yeah. They
So
are the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
you have to the way I work is like you have to consume content, write it down on the Sunday, topics that you're gonna write on the whole, like five topics. Let's see, five
Yes.
topics I written down. I
Yeah.
know what I'm going to write down, but I'm not going to like write the whole post at that day. I'm just going to write the ideas, five ideas. And on each day, I'm going to sit down for 1 hour and I'm going to think about that specific idea. And I'm going to do the Google search, like maybe how to find clients. This is a simple idea. How to find clients was the idea. Then I'm going to go on Google, find different articles, different topics, and then I've read a bunch of things and eventually come up
Yeah.
with my twist to it, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's your content.
All right. Okay. Lots to learn there. Um, Next question would be on engagement, and like that is the last question related to LinkedIn that I'm going to be asking you. But it's very important because I think I myself struggle with a little bit. I think sometimes people just lose track of like time and like the amount of accounts that they're engaging with. Like there's some people
Yeah.
like literally out there who are like engaging with 100, like accounts every day, and I think that's just like a little too much. And some are like doing a little too less, which is like 20, 30. So what do you think is the right engagement strategy like on LinkedIn?
In the initial days, you have to do it a lot, and then as you grow your brand, as you're getting engagement, then you can slow down. Now I don't do a lot of engagement.
Okay.
I do like 20 max, 20 post, 20 to
Okay.
30 post max. So
Okay.
20 post is like thing, and
All right.
inside
But when
that,
you were starting out, Rohit, like how many accounts were you engaging with on a daily basis? Like, do you remember that number?
50
And
plus, 50 plus.
50
Yes.
plus. Okay. And like that was on a daily basis. Like, were it the same people, or like were you like engaging with different accounts like every day, or like how were you going about it?
No, I was engaging with the same people. I have created the tribe that this is my tribe. They are also doing the exact same thing that I want to do, and they're doing
Yeah.
at good frequency like me. They have a good engagement. So I've created that tribe, and everyone is engaging with everyone. And we are used to promote each other as well, and that's how
Correct.
we. Most of us who is in that tribe is now big, more than
All right.
10,000, 15,000 followers. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. So next question, Rohit. Since like you started, from your web development journey till now, what all changes have you observed in yourself as a person?
I think now I have a lot of patience to deal with the people. Uh, so yeah, like if something happens in my life now, I just
Yeah.
take it real practical approach to deal with it. I don't deal with
Yeah.
it emotionally because before that I
Yeah.
was so emotional, so angry. If something happens, I was like anger, a lot of anger. Now something like some of my teammates fucked up, some things happened. He was not working, he was being lazy, whatever happened. I was like, I'm not losing my temper. I think that I've learned by dealing with the client because you cannot say something weird to the client. You cannot got angry on a client. Like even though,
Very
uh,
neutral.
yeah, you have to be neutral. You have to smile all the
Yeah.
time. You have to like, okay, yes, yes. That sort of stuff is you learn these
Everything
things.
is right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was the biggest change that I think that because that was big for me because I was so aggressive sort of a guy. If something happened in the on the road, I was the first one who's gonna punch the guy. That was that sort of a person. So now I
Okay.
was like, okay, boss, no, let's
Okay.
let's
Just
sort
calm
this thing
down.
out. Yes, no problem. It's cool.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay. And what about your mother, your friends? Like, what is their opinion about you? Like, since you started to where you are now, do they like make any remarks, comments, something that you enjoy hearing, something that's funny?
Yeah, my mom still wants me to get a job. Uh,
Okay.
she's
Still?
like, yeah, she thinks that what she don't understand the thing that I'm doing, and
Okay.
how I'm making money. They think that I'm doing something illegal or something like that. So how he's making money, and we don't know. And
Okay.
uh, and my friends are, I think they're not into this stuff, but they're proud of me and they know that something happens. Rohit is there. Like I have to call the Rohit. That was the thing. Yeah. So
Okay. All right. Great, great, great. Okay. So Rohit, if somebody wants to just start out with freelancing, they're like a new person in this field of remote jobs or LinkedIn and stuff. What is like one advice that you would like to give to them, like who are just starting out?
uh, don't believe in patience because you know people say that it takes years and years to build your whatever it is your career or stuff like that. I don't think it's real. You have to be it's not like there's a definition of patience which I don't agree with. So people think
Okay.
that everything will happen by magic. I'm doing this
Hmm.
thing for a longer period of time. If I do the exact same thing, it will happen. It will never happen. You have to adopt. You have to modify things in the middle. So
Yeah.
I don't think that you should be like you should believe in those things that things will happen. It never happen. It will never happen. You have to be always in the stress that how I'm going to do these things. You know what I'm doing every day, and yeah, keep improving. That's the thing, because
Yeah.
it takes. And I'm just giving you the time frame. It takes 6 months. If you just focus on proper things, it takes 6 months to get a 10 clients, and in the 10 clients you make like real good amount of money in India to
Yeah.
sustain more than your whatever the family is making. So
Yes.
yeah, and that's enough to tell your parents that I'm making this amount of money from the internet, whatever, from past 4 months. Every month I'm doing the consistent flow of income. Now I want to do this full time, and
Yeah.
they will not agree, obviously, but they will like
Yeah.
they will say it's okay. Something is doing. You're doing something right. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, fortune favors the brave.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay. 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 All right. Rohit, I think that leads us to the final segment of the show, which is rapid fire. It is so that the
Okay.
audiences and me, we get to know you a little better. So, are you ready?
Yes.
All
Totally.
right. Great. First question to you, Rohit, is what's your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
TV show. I don't have any like
Really? You don't watch like Friends or like Modern Family or anything? Big
nothing.
Bang Theory?
Nothing.
Not a single show? You've not watched Friends?
No.
You must then. Okay.
I have
Anyway, so okay, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie?
movie. Now you're asking me this sort of a question. I was like, I have to think when I watched the last movie.
So no, wait. Okay, wait. I have a
So
question then. So how do you like pass your time? Like how do you entertain yourself?
as I said, I spend money. I spend money. I go
Okay.
out. I go out with the people.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll give you the series I like. I sometimes I watch some crime thriller series and stuff like that. Some series,
Okay.
but I think 2 3 years back. I like the Narcos. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so
Right. Okay.
now
Finally.
yeah,
Finally.
Narcos. Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank God we got at least one name. All right, let's. Okay, next question. What's your favorite fast food?
Fast food. Now again, I have to think.
Burgers,
Ah,
pizzas, Maggie, like no, none.
no, nothing.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. What's your favorite emoji? I'm pretty sure you have a favorite emoji.
Yeah, the eagle one.
Eagle one. Why is that?
Because I have a title of eagle here, and there's a snake here.
Okay.
There's a story behind it, a lot of big story. So yeah,
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. What's your favorite book?
book. It's all in your head by Russ. There's a rapper Russ. He wrote the book. It's all in your head. I think it's about the manifestation, but the thing is, it's super cool to read because he talks about the patients, but he talks about the patients really different way. That's why I believe now. I believe in different definition of patients because he used to do a lot of work. He's like, he used to do like one song a week, and that's how he blew up. And now he's
Okay.
like independent, the biggest independent artist in the list of the biggest independent artists. So I think
Okay.
the book is really cool if you want to read that book.
Got it. Noted. Noted. Okay. What's one place that you want to visit?
One place that I want to visit, I want to go to Dubai. Yeah, that
To
was the
Dubai.
thing. Yeah,
All right. I think we
tax
can do
free,
that.
tax
All
free.
right.
That was the main thing. I want to move.
Okay, what is? Do you have like a useless talent? Like, if you have any, like maybe you can show it and share it with the audiences.
Useless talent. No, I don't have any talent to be honest.
No talent, like singing, dancing, nothing.
I used to
No.
dance back in the days, but not now. Now
Okay.
I just pretty much committed to the work.
All right. Okay. Okay. What's one? Okay. This I'm making up right now. But like, what's one purchase that you want to make in the like near future, which you think is going to be like really dumb, but you want to like you just want to have it.
I want two cars at the same day, same time. Uh, I want two cars at the same this is my dream. I want to
Okay.
purchase two cars with
Okay.
maybe a different car or maybe the same car with a different color. I just want to do that just to satisfy
All right.
myself. I'm doing this. Yes.
All right. All right. Great. Any specific car that you have in mind that you want to purchase?
Yeah, right now I'm going to purchase the Thar. Or
Thar.
that might be the first car. I don't have car yet right now,
Okay.
so I might purchase the Thar right now. But
Okay.
the car that I like is Wrangler, Jeep Wrangler. I like
Right.
that car. Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So last question to you, Rohit. What is the best piece of life advice you have ever gotten?
Uh, don't be realistic.
Okay. All right. That's, I think, the perfect way to summarize this podcast then. Thank you so much, Rohit, for being on the show. It was a pleasure to have you, and I thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. All of Rohit's social links will be down in the description so you can follow him on LinkedIn and everywhere else that he is. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, guys, Rohit has some very exciting news to share with us, something that can really help all of you. So, Rohit, would you like to go ahead and tell us what it is?
Yes. So I have a book which has all of my experiences in it. I've
All right.
written it in like less days, 2 days, something like
Okay.
that,
Okay.
and I'll give that away for free. So all you
Okay.
have to do is click on the link in the
Mhm.
description,
In the description.
and inside the Gumroad you have to inside the price you just have to put zero, and that's all you have to do. And I want this button, and you'll get that.
All right.
And
Okay.
just
All right.
after
Yeah.
this book, please, like, once you read that book, and
Yeah.
if you make some amount of money, all
Yeah.
you have to do is just reach out to me and just tell me, like, I've made something, I did something, it helped me.
All
That's all I
right.
want.
All right. Done, guys. It's done. The link will be in the description. Even though he has written it in less than 2 days, I'm pretty sure the value in it is immense. So go check it out and be sure, like, do reach out to Rohit as well. All right. Hi, guys. Just a quick reminder: if you want to be a part of the free community, you can do that by clicking on the first link in the description. By doing that, you will get free access to a lot of masterclasses and like-minded people. Hope to see you there.